I was saying this collective, you could be very much a Scorpio, but even then, I think it's your person as well. Like I said, I always say with my zodiac signs, it's your, pretty much your big four, your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, somewhere in your chart. But anyways, with Scorpios, you sting a scorpion, they're going to sting you 10 times harder. That's where I'm saying immediately where I felt like it would go down. So this is kind of how I'm picturing this, you and this person, how you guys would always trickle down from each other. This person would come in your life, and I think they would walk you like a dog. I think they would play you, and they would, kind of pull off this image, how you view this person as, oh, our connection wasn't that deep, or I'm not feeling this, or I'm just kidding, I'm not feeling this. And maybe this collective, you did feel used. And I feel like this collective, you are the one that is operates like a scorpion. You would bite them a little 10 times harder. Maybe with this collective, there was a memory of you literally going off on this person. You maybe cuss them out. You did something to make this, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like your guys' dynamics always really been like that. But I feel like with this collective, in your mind, I showed them, it's done. No, it's not, because you keep inviting this person back into your space. You would get that way when they would trigger you by essentially use you, sleep with you, take you out on a date, hang out with you, talk to you, and all of a sudden they would pull this, nah, I'm not feeling this, or I'm running for my life. And I feel like this collective, in your own right, you feel like you're the runner too, because the moment this person would say or do something to tick you off, which isn't okay, you would kind of run from the dynamic in your own right. And that's where I'm saying from the beginning of part one, again, go this whole reading so it all makes sense. You got to face a storm. You never really faced a storm with this person. And I think this storm is you really standing up and telling this person to get lost, essentially, or no, not right now. However, this is going to wound up ending on. With that mirroring nature, I think you understand that you two have always, regardless if this is like twin flame, soul tie, karmic, doesn't matter. You guys have always mirrored each other's negative behaviors. Clearly, this collective, you were very codependent on this person in the past. I think you, in your own right, relied on this person to make you happy. And they would reflect on that. And I think that you do have a forgiving side to you. And that's why time would go by and this person would show back up and you'd be all like, hey, how is it? How's everything going? Let's confirm this mirroring nature. What is this mirroring? And then I also got Cancer, heavy water coming out of this collective. Okay, I was always so hot and cold with you, both of you. And I know that was confusing. Our connection was too much for me to handle, and that was the only way I could deal with it. I feel like it's this collective. Again, I think you've always came off hot and cold towards this person. When this person would come in, you would get very hot. When they would say something triggering, like, I'm not feeling this, da-da-da, I'm running, I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't see a ghosting situation. I think this person has straight up told you, at one point or several times, I'm not feeling this dynamic. I don't want to deal with this right now. I don't want to da-da-da. I'm just not. They could have been very mean towards you, and I think you're the one that's lashed out on this. That's what I'm saying. I think you look at yourself as very hot and cold. And in this person's own right, they need to face a storm too, because anytime, I don't think it's been a full-blown fight. I think every time you would lash out on this person, then they would go rogue. They would just disappear. I don't think this person's ever had the balls to write back to you, try to do the, hey, let me redeem myself, let me explain. They never did that. It's like, oh, he or she's mad at me. That's my code. I'm leaving. And that's where I was saying with hot and cold with you, and I know that was confusing. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this collective, don't make it fake. You're really looking at this connection right now. It's very confusing. I think one minute you're all for this person, next minute you're like, I don't know how to feel about this. Ego-driven. And then regret right there. That's what I was saying about the lashing out. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this collective, you go back and forth. I think when you lash out, you operate out of the ego. But then I think you come into regret about it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this poor collective, you're very confused. You don't know how to feel about this person. However, I will make something very clear to this person, and I don't want to tell you how to feel by no means, but what's not confusing is how this person's always treated you. They weren't there. They never gave a crap. I feel like, again, this person's always made it clear to you they never cared. I don't think we're talking about a ghosting situation right here. Scorpio, and then I got Gemini energy. So again, I got Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini. You are this person. Okay. Then I got indecisive, impulsive, unreliable, nosy, bored, easily, unstable, and then fickle right there. That's what I'm saying with that impulsiveness. I don't think, in the nice way, I don't think this collective you've ever done the think before you speak. I think this person would say some messed up things to you and you'd be like, F this, F that, F you, F your mom. Like, you would go off. But with... And then I got spiritual practice on the bottom. It's like you've learned to move thaw this out. Like, maybe this person really did push you into your spiritual journey. And I feel like the reason I am tapping into two, I could be seeing a little witchy poo out of this collective. Like, some form of spirituality came out of you. I feel like you're very intuitive. That's the number one thing. You could be a psychic or develop some form of mediumship because of this person. And maybe that's why for the longest time you've always had a label on this person. But the way they've always treated you and the way, let's be real, you feel about them, you don't know how to feel about it. I think with that regret too, I think that, you lashing out and don't make it fit. I feel like that's the one part of yourself you're not proud of. And I don't think you've only done this to this person. I think you have a tendency to do that with a lot of people, whether it's friends, family, coworkers, strangers. It's like you really don't know. I keep getting the term for this collective, think before you speak. It's like the moment somebody, triggers you, you would blow up into an epiphany out of this. Magical and powerful. And then divine timing. I think, again, this is how you feel towards this person. I think you're doing that. Only time will tell to really see where this is going to go. I don't think you're having an expectation on this person at all. But you're also not letting this go. Because you're doing, this is why. Because you're doing time will tell. Well, time's about to tell in 7 days, kitten. Just saying. It will be interesting to see how this person feels about you. But yes, as far as zodiacs, I got Scorpio, Gemini, Cancer somewhere in one of your guys' charts. You guys could be a water and air pairing, or water and water is what I'm hearing also as well for some of you. But yeah, believes union will happen when it needs to. The universe is placing people, things, challenges, and more into your life when you can handle them. Belief that everything in life happens at exactly the right moment. I feel like this collective, when I talked about the lashing out part, I think you have grown up a lot in that sense. And don't make that fit. I think that you are, in understanding that whatever happened to you guys in the past was not the right time, and I think, again, one thing I feel like you're thankful for this person is they made you spiritually grow up. Despite what they've done, I'm not saying it's right, but the one thing you have on this person is they made me evolve as a person. But I think what's kind of tricking your mind is thinking, well, that means they're going to come back in properly and we'll be together and everything will be fine and we'll forgive each other. Just be careful, my loves. All right, now I'm going to get into how does this person feel about you. This part will get interesting. All right. How's this person feel about this beautiful collective? How's this person feel about this beautiful collective? Another thing that kind of came to me is this collective, you could truly be a lover girl or lover boy at heart, but when somebody's with you, it just doesn't end well. That's why I'm saying this collective, you could very much be a water sign. Because I always say my water signs, you guys are the biggest, emotional babies. But man, if somebody screws with you, it's like you guys don't let stuff go, good or bad. And I feel like that's truly this collective. Again, I said from part one, there's something about this person you can't let go of. And I think it's on all aspect, the lovey-dovey side, but it's also what they've done to you, okay? You could very much be a water sign, just saying. All right, but how's this person feel about this collective? Let's get out 4. Alrighty, so I got maybe leaning towards yes, outer turmoil, Gemini came up again, so heavy Gemini over here, and then I got family ties. Oh, good grief. 1 second. I'm going to be honest. I don't think this person was ever honest with you. With this family ties, it says, I miss the family we created or the family that could have been. I realize I made a mistake by walking away from my happiness. You are my life partner, my other half, and my confidant. Okay. You could have kids with this person, maybe. But even then, that's where I was saying from whatever this part or last part. I think this